Hey guys, today is September the 30th of 2018 and I want to go over the Aussie dollar using WD Gann price and time technical analysis. So please pause the video and read the video disclaimer. Alright guys, so we're going to start out with, what should we start out with? Let's see, the dollar. The dollar didn't have a close below 94. What was that? The low was 93.81. And it popped right back up above the 100 simple moving average, or EMA, exponential moving average. And now it's just kind of sideways chop. But there's a lot of buyers here on the lower levels right here of 93 and change. We have to take this level out in order to see some Momo on the Aussie. Another thing too, if you wanted to see if there's a correlation between the Aussie and the dollar, you can see, let's get all these ads out of here. You can see how when the dollar's going down, the Aussie's going up. So they have a good correlation. When it's making a high here, it pops all the way up, and you can just see it. Sometimes it deviates a little bit, but other than that, it's pretty much on point. As you can see, as the dollar's going down, the Aussie's going up. The dollar's going up here and just kind of fighting the trend, and then here it kind of gives in. And here the dollar's going down with the Aussie, so sometimes it goes a little off. And then here, if you get closer, right here, the dollar spiked up right here in 2014, and you can see the Aussie went down all the way down here, made a low here, and the dollar made a high here. This made a higher low, but then it pushed lower. We kind of made up here. Now we're at the January 26th high of 2018, and now we're pushing lower. Now we get closer, and you can see. We made the low here, made another fake low, and then Aussie's pushing lower, and we made a low here on September the 10th or 11th, and we made a high on the dollar here. So we pushing lower while the dollar made a high and kind of going lower. Now we got a pop. So there is a correlation, and sometimes it goes off, so you want to kind of keep an eye on that also. According to my analysis, it looks like the possible swing low could be in, but I'm not putting all my bets on it yet. I'm just watching it. So I just wanted to show you what the dollar is doing right now. As you can see, it's holding that 100 EMA, and it's pretty much going to be chop here until we get some Momo, or the Aussie just disconnects and trends higher, and it doesn't care what the dollar is doing. Pretty much time and price kicked in, and it's going to do what's going to do, and whatever's going to happen with the dollar, it's going to happen, but the Aussie is going to continue going higher. So that is another thing that could happen, but you always want to keep an eye on the dollar. Let's go into the forecast for September and see where we were at. So seasonal dates, none of these were swing lows. If you look at it, the 21st was a swing high, and then that was just a fake. The 26th was a FOMC report, and I normally don't look at these reports, but I should give it a color. And I'm starting to give those colors blue when there's like something related with a report that could affect it. I did have it there, but nothing happened there too. I just colored it blue. So none of these worked out. Seasonal dates. The ER worked out 11-12. That didn't work out. This didn't work out. GE didn't work out except the 9-10. GD didn't work out. TC didn't work out. The cycle 910 worked out. None of these worked out. Harmonic 910 worked out. So 1, 2, 3, 4 worked out out of 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 out of 4. Seasonal dates. This is all stuff I use. The 910 low was an invert of the 1979 Monday high. So I circled that green. I wasn't looking at that date, but now that it's in the past, we have to see if this 910 is going to hold. I've been saying 910. What is that? 911 actually. So it was a day off. So the actual low was 911. So we got to have the record straight. You can see 912 was a high, nothing there. 921 was a high in 87. You can see the 21st right here. This was just volatility. And that's where we're at. So that could have been a good scalping opportunity. Where am I right here? The 21st, I just highlighted that for the high that it matched up. And these are the dates I was looking for, swing low, a flush, and it did not happen. So we got to see where we at on that. And this is how we close the month of September. And what I do is I keep these dates and I save them and archive them on the Aussie dollar and just look at how my forecast went for September and August and see when next year comes around. See if there's any correlations and just kind of build a model and a research and just build data and notes on how this Aussie behaves in the past. So I always keep these things and so I could just backtrack and look at my notes. So this is where we at. What's the important thing is this the swing low for us to go higher? That is the question. Looking at this chart, since this is our swing low, you look in the Elliott wave. This says that there's a wave 5, and alternate count. This is a wave 3. This is A, B, C, and that maybe we're gonna go and do a wave 5 even lower. Maybe this is the target somewhere around here, or maybe even lower. Maybe it's probably gonna kiss that 68 and change level. So that remains to be seen. In regards to the Elliott count, which I'm not a pro at, but I just like watching it and see what happens. And some other guys I watched on YouTube saying that this is wave 5. Some people that really are hardcore Elliott fans, they saying that this is wave 5. So we shall see. As you can see in the trend, we're finding resistance here. We're finding resistance here, here. Looking for target if we continue going higher. What is that? Close that. This is going to be a target level right here. Right here. Time dates are right there too, which I have it on my my other chart. So this is going to be a strong level or target is at 74.24 all the way to 74.54. Time wise, it's going to be 10.8 or 10.23 to the upside. So in my analysis, I'm believing that this is the low. I'm not going to change unless we take it out. Once we take it out, then it just shows that there's more downside to the bottom. So that's that. I don't know what I'm doing here. There'll be more downside. If we take that low, 70.84, if that is pierced and pushes lower, that means that this forecast was void, and then there's more downside. And then we have to open back our tools and analyze things and see where is the possible low. So if there is a possible low, chances are it could be somewhere between 70.49 as of now and 70.27, somewhere around here. Maybe a possible price in time could be that 10.19 I'm watching right now, if we're going to push lower here. These are possible targets also. This is a short term, so it already got hit. This is medium term, so anywhere between that 71.76, 71.41 could be. So this could be maybe an opportunity if you're bullish and you think this is a swing low. It could be maybe a buying opportunity here or even here, 71.07 all the way to 70.76. So that's it for this chart. Let me see if anything else here. Nothing there. Nothing there. Elliott count, fib. Yeah, so let's go to the next one. Right here, if we use our let's change that. Our square range, you can see that we found resistance right up here. It was trying to pierce it, and this could be some support level right there, which is 71.89. I'll be watching that level and also watching this angle right here. Is a key angle you want to keep an eye on. If this low holds, then this angle is going to be really strong in finding support. So it could come down, test it here or here, and then actually somewhere around here, and maybe somewhere in this area, and then go up, test that, and do a third wave up. Because as of right now, this is your 1, this is your 2. Actually, I'll take that back. Got this all wrong. This is your 1. This is going to be your 2 building up somewhere around here if we hold this low. And then your third is going to build up somewhere and then do a 5. So that's that on that one. Let's take that one off and use our other square. Different calculations. You can see that we were trying to hold this level, but then we fail. And this could be the same thing, another support angle right here. And there's a timing vector right here. We're going to open up, which will be Monday somewhere around here. So we could probably find support here. So you want to keep an eye on that. And that angle, looking at Monday somewhere around here, that could be that 71.87. So 71.80-ish could be a good support level. Next thing I do, looking at the Gann emblem, we can see that using this as a pivot, you can see that 71.68 is a 90 degree, 120 is at 71.96, which hasn't kissed it yet, and we found support resistance at that 240 degree right up here. So this is all resistance. So we'll see on that. So those are other ways of measuring support and resistance that I also use. On the floating, you can see that the 45 degrees at 72.18, and that was a battle zone right here. You can see that was that first impulse resistance right here, 45 degree. And actually, you could even get down to 30 degree, which is at 71.73. So we got to see. It's like once you put that and you put the square, you see it's somewhere around here is going to be a nice little support if we hold to get the next leg up. Let's take that off, and let's take our square off. And the last one I have here is the standard. And you can see that 71.56 right here. Resistance was that cardinal 46.80 at 72.90. And it was kind of holding it there, and it pierced it there. So the big level, if it's not 71.80, 80-ish around there, it could be that 71.56. Take that out. If anything, and if it goes and retests the low and finds support and then shoots up, I'm going to be getting in. But I wouldn't want to see that. I would prefer to see maybe this go down, find a channel or an angle somewhere either with a square of 9 supports, and then shoot up, take out this high. Once you take out that high, and you find support right here, that's a failed new low. What I like to see, and then I'd like to see some heavy buying into there, and also would like to see the dollar, start getting some selling pressure. Then everything will line up, and then it'll confirm that this swing low is important. But if that doesn't happen, then we push lower and pierce that, then all this calculation here is void. You just throw it in the trash. We're going lower. Then we got to work on October and see what dates are there. Lastly, my personal chart I use, you can see these are levels that I have, and these are you can see right here that I have this highlighted as the swing low, and these are 50% levels at 72.01, so we're holding that. And once we have a channel laid out where price will hold that, then you go like that, create a channel, and then hopefully this Aussie dollar will just continue making higher highs and higher lows within the channel. Anything here? That's it. Let me look at this. Nothing there. Channels, you can see that it's trying to avoid going in this area. It's fighting it. It's fighting it. This is the channel to the downside, and it's fighting it right here. And it lost it all right here too. It couldn't find support to continue going higher here. So this was a key level to watch, and it's out of it. It doesn't mean it could go back up, but if it does go back up, it'll be nice to see for a bullish, momentum going higher. The daily, you can see that this is the 37.5%, which is at 72.04. So that's a battle zone there. There's nothing here when it comes to the Gann grid I have. This is a 50% level swing low, which almost kissed at 78. This is 25%. And then there's a timing right here, which is at 62.5%, which comes in at 10.2. So we shall see there. Let's see. Clean. Nothing there. Clean there. Yeah, so this is it right here. I'm looking for, this could be my target to the upside. I'm watching for anywhere between a 74.25 all the way to that 74.54 as a target to the upside. And if we could get above this 1 by 1, this green line here, and close above it, and then trend higher, then that's good. So those are my thoughts for the Aussie now. Let's see how Monday's open is, and if we could hold this level or push lower, get a nice little bear trap, and find support, as I showed you on the other charts, some angle and some square of 9, and once it finds support and then it just turns around and maybe goes above the 50, that could be a nice buying opportunity. Or if you find the support on the bottom and it turns around and goes higher, then that's a good entry. So that's what I'm waiting for, to see if we're gonna hold this level or come down. And if I see some momentum to the upside, I'm gonna get in, and the lower the better, because then I don't have to have a wide stop. So hopefully you like this video. I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on the Aussie, but I think this is it if we could hold that. But if we can't, it's gonna go lower. I'll see you guys again.